Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about another topic related to our furry friends. The conversation is going to be about the alpha concept regarding to treating and training dogs. In my opinion, this concept can be utilized if you know what you're doing and it is used in a productive way. In other words, when you are saying the command, you want the command to be executed without asking more than once or twice. But that is pretty much not very easy to arrive at unless you are a professional. However, the conversation is mostly regarding people that are not professionals and they are getting powerful dogs, such as my baby here. This is Lucia. She's a Czechoslovakian German Shepherd. Her dad was a police dog, and she has it in her blood to protect and to respect its owner. However, she is not a pushover. It is still amazing that so many people still believe that you can abuse the dog as much as you want and the dog would keep being faithful and would not retaliate in any sense because mainly you are its owner. That is not necessarily true, because if you are treating your dog respectfully, the dog would execute regardless what it's being asked. It just has to be motivated, has to be clear, the command. Right, Lucia? And then, look how beautiful she is. And then she or he will respect and remember the commands. However, they will need to be repeated and they will need to be motivated, but not by abuse. By abusing your dog and starving your dog to make it vicious, it is nothing but being a tyrant. And I don't believe you would beat your kid to the pole to listen to you. Most likely you will need to repeat things over and over. However, with dogs, you don't even have to repeat it that many times. Your dog just has to be motivated and respect you. But if you beat the dog, that doesn't mean respect. That's just pure fear. It's frightened of you. So, one day, this dog will retaliate with you or towards you or your children or any other person in your family. And with that being said, it is amazing how many times this type of owners are still shocked when their dog retaliate or their dogs retaliate. To make matters worse, they decide to put their dog down, which it is absolutely infuriating to me, because just because you abuse the dog and retaliate it, that does not make the dog vicious. That makes you vicious. So in my opinion, the owner should be fined, put to jail, and investigated. Dogs do not get vicious for no reason. As a matter of fact, they will take abuse for a long time before it even snaps. So understanding to treat your animals correctly is very important, because not only you're gaining the same favors, but the dog will go extra mile to please you and protect you. And it is, again, a very, very disturbing mentality regarding these powerful dogs. People assume that they're vicious because they are powerful. Powerful is not vicious necessarily. And when you starve the animal, the dog is just suffering. Well, eventually that's going to lead to bad consequences. So again, you need to pay attention to all of this. I understand a lot of people are not trainers, professionals, nor am I. I'm just a dog owner. But if you're listening to different versions of how to treat your dogs and how you train them, try to pick the ones that are the positive way, not the exaggerated positive, but the positive, because many dogs do not require any form of punishment. This dog that I have, Lucia, is so powerful, but she has a super gentle soul. She's never given me any excuse to be mad at her. So it's true with my other two dogs. And look, she's agreeing, right, Lucia? You are a good girl, right? Can you look at, she's camera shy. So, hi everybody. Are you a good girl? Yes, you are. She's a big, powerful girl. So anyway, and if it is a man handling a dog, ladies, just so you know, if your man is treating the dog badly, most likely he's not going to treat his kids or his spouse a lot better. So there is some aggression issues, clearly, and lack of education regarding the subject. And as a reminder, dogs are not furniture. They're not machines. They're beings with feelings, and many times more brain than humans. They are faithful, generous, absolutely the best partners, your best friends. You protect her. And I don't know why would anybody want to beat or abuse a dog or mistreat it. So it is known that people who have tendency to mistreat or abuse animals, they will eventually end up doing the same with people. So once again, remember to treat dogs as you would your own children. Peace and love, everybody. Right, Lucia? Say bye-bye. Have a great day.